experience the change because the change is coming. We are going to make the benchmark for digital banking in Sri Lanka. Basically, DFCC was one of the first banks to launch a wallet.
Right.
And back in 2015. That was very innovative. Actually, we have more transactions, more usage on our current DFCC ONE platform in comparison to the previous platform. I think we have got the right spot to escalate from beyond this point. What we have to see is how we bring in new customers in.
People expect their access to services to be seamless these days, and often that is associated with being able to access the service on a smartphone. In the studio with us is Omar Sahib, who is Vice President and Chief Digital Officer at DFCC Bank. DFCC recently launched their DFCC ONE mobile application. Omar, welcome to Echelon. Let's start here. Can you tell us what exactly DFCC ONE is? And assume you're talking to an audience that doesn't know the background to what this is. Tell us in a way that somebody can understand what DFCC ONE is.
So DFCC ONE is a mobile app, and the name itself says it at DFCC ONE. The vision that we have for DFCC ONE is a one app for all your banking needs.
Right.
And beyond that, we are looking at the lifestyle elements also to embed into this platform. And holistically, when we speak a little bit more on this topic, you will get to know what DFCC ONE is in depth.
Right. So when you say it's an all-encompassing banking app, does it mean that it today covers everything from retail banking, your loans, your credit cards, and also then it starts extending, right, to corporate or SME lending and the various financial products associated with that? Are you launching all that in one go? How do you plan to approach this?
From my experience, for a corporate and a bank of this nature, it takes time, and I think everyone in the industry will also agree. So plans have been laid down.
Right.
And already we have a corporate platform, which
Sure.
is called iConnect, that caters to the corporates.
Sure.
But the mid-range, the small, medium-sized enterprises, we have a vision for them as well under DFCC ONE. Currently, this is only catering to the individuals, both in the urban as well as in the rural side, and helping them to get into the financial inclusivity. And of course, the question that you asked mainly was, banks have been providing a lot of features, but there are features that we haven't yet seen in Sri Lanka.
Right. Okay.
Which we have found and we have also experienced in some other parts of the world.
Right.
And how do we bring those technologies into Sri Lanka is what we have planned for in the future with DFCC ONE.
Right. When at the genesis of this idea of launching an all-encompassing sort of app called DFCC ONE, what was the inspiration, or what essentially was the problem you were trying to solve? It looks like, you have internet banking, right? So why an app? What's the problem you're trying to solve here?
So traditionally, DFCC Bank had a mobile app earlier.
Right.
So they were basically, DFCC was one of the first banks to launch a wallet.
Right.
And back in 2015. That was very innovative.
For the time.
Yes. Yeah. Back then I was also not in the bank, but it was very inspiring.
Sure.
And I was also a user of the DFCC wallet.
Right.
That is the name of it. There is more that has evolved post the launch of that.
Sure.
And this is the next phase.
Right.
So it's a radical change.
Sure.
And of course, looking at a lot of customer feedback, and we've heard them. All those requirements have been embedded in this, and some of the features are yet to come in.
Sure.
So
I suppose this is also a response from the bank to the ubiquity of smartphones. your retail customers must also be demanding that they can do their banking
Of
on a
course.
phone
Yes.
and quite seamlessly.
Yes. Nowadays, the biggest challenge is now we have phased out some of the releases to come in.
Right.
A demanding feature that the customers have been asking us across the bank is the FD opening through the mobile app.
Right.
So we already have it on our online banking platform.
Sure.
So now we are bringing that in next month's release. It will be all included in there. So that is just one glimpse of it. There are close to about 40-50 features lined up to come in every month.
Wow. Okay. As many as 40 to 50 features.
Yes.
And these are all targeting your retail customers or your individual customers.
Spot on. Yes.
Right. So clearly, customers or your individual customers want the convenience of mobile banking, but you will also not be the only bank with a mobile app for individual customers. You must have thought about it.
Yes.
There has to be a proposition for customers to pick yours ahead of something else.
Yeah. So that is a challenge as the chief digital officer in the bank. Is about how we bring in the customers to use DFCC app as the primary app.
Sure.
So that is also one of our biggest goals. And how do we do it? We have our secret ingredients that we have planned for by even helping them to plan their future, their financials, and have a better financial stability, a financial freedom through our mobile app.
Sure. So in sort of deciding on the feature set and then prioritizing the feature set, you would have put these things into several buckets of, this set of features improves convenience. This is for financial planning. This is for, integrating all your financial products into, one interface, right? You may have looked at this feature set. Tell us what those main categories of features are likely to be and which ones are going to be your priorities to launch.
So one is banking lifestyle.
Okay.
So whatever you need from a bank perspective, what your expectations from a bank in a box is priority number one.
Right.
So on a daily basis,
sure,
business as usual, there are regular requirements that customers reach out to us through our branches or the call center. All those are going to get first prioritized. And then we have this nice to have features and good to have features which will bring in the USPs, which a customer would eventually like it as a tool that will help them.
right.
Again, I'm spotting on to that objective that we have to bring in this bank's app as the primary bank app.
Sure.
So those are the nice to have, good to have things that will complement their day to day.
Sure. So that also means that you have to look beyond DFCC's own suite of services.
Correct.
And connect to, have APIs or whatever to connect to the rest of the world, including competitor information or other banks.
Yes.
Right.
So there could be even partnerships with fintechs.
Sure.
Sometimes we might not be able to run faster as much as we want. And there will be integrations probably in the future with fintechs where you can boost. Of course, we boost the industry as well as we boost ourselves. And ultimate result is customer is satisfied.
I mean, in your past, you've been building products, right? And when you're building a product, I suppose one of the first things you want to do is you want to talk to your customers to see, you have a first version of this and you talk to them and see, is this useful? What do you want to see? What do you want to expect to be doing with this? So you must have spoken to DFCC's own individual customers to find out what features they would like, right? What are you finding out? What are they telling you?
So some of the common features, I think these are very common things. Biometric login and then peak balance, passbook.
Sure.
These are all, from my perspective, I would say these are basic requirements.
Sure.
We have embedded all of that.
Sure.
And
So your first version on day one will have all
already
those
it's there.
Okay.
In our current DFCC ONE app, all that features are there. And we are enhancing it further. So we are going to replicate. Currently, we have a different online banking platform. With DFCC ONE, it's going to replace the old online banking platform, and it will be the same platform. Will be one login for both online as well as mobile app. So that is again another phase of DFCC ONE, one platform for web and mobile.
Sure.
And both in terms of security also, we have thought of a little bit of a spin.
Sure.
Unlike any other bank. So you will see it when it's launched. We are looking at launching in around August.
Okay.
August, I would say August, September.
August
we will be,
or September 2025,
yes,
Okay.
This year.
Right. And tell us about usage and adoption. DFCC is not new to kind of serving customers through online or through its existing app. What's good about the usage, and where do you think the opportunities are?
So if I clearly see a comparison between the previous mobile app and the launch since December, we see a rapid adoption by our existing customers.
Right.
Actually, we have more transactions, more usage on our current DFCC ONE platform in comparison to the previous platform. And we see that clearly we have addressed our customers' needs, and I think we have got the right spot to escalate from beyond this point. What we have to see is how we bring in new customers in.
You refer to this as a platform. You refer to the old platform versus the new platform. So one can assume that an app is usually a standalone thing. It draws data from a central place. Have you had to sort of rejig everything in launching this interface that a customer sees? Right, it's an app that a customer sees. Have you had to do a lot of work behind the scenes to make it work?
Of course, it was not only me and the marketing, then the compliance, the security guys, the IT, the digital banking team. Literally the entire bank got together to get this app redesigned and the features also to be brought together. It was not just one-man show per se, and all of them came together and came up with this. It's a lot of thought process that has gone through, and the missed and matches will be also included in the future, because it's very difficult to think way forward and implement it right now. So as we are also adopting an agile mechanism to keep changing constantly to cater to the real-time demand.
Right. It's convenience is often seen as a trade-off with security. Right. If it's more convenient, it's likely not so safe. Right. I mean, you're in banking. You don't have the option of messing with security. You don't have the option of considering security to be an afterthought. Whereas for adoption, you need convenience. How do you strike this balance? How did you manage to kind of go forward on this?
Right. Can I ask you a question? Google, your email address, Gmail.
Sure.
How comfortable are you with it? Do you have a Gmail?
Yeah, surely, of course. Sometimes you wonder, but I've got two-factor authentication and stuff like that going when I'm logging in from some new place.
Yes.
Right.
So that is, do you see it convenient for you?
It's not always convenient, but when you're in a new computer, you need to put your two-factor in. Yeah.
But are you happy with that?
Not necessarily.
Oh, so then that is a little bit of a trade-off, of course. But we need to see how we can. What we are thinking about these days is how we can embed these kind of securities with convenience.
Right. Yes.
So there is a lot of R&D, a lot of talking happening. Even this is good feedback from you. So these are things that we are looking at, embedding both together, which both has to be there. Because if the security is not there on a mobile app, something goes wrong. We know in the industry, so many things have also happened, right? And not only in Sri Lanka, but outside the country also. It's something that anyone who has money in their mobile app has to be they need to be comfortable also. If the security is very weak, they will again not feel confident about the app. So it has to be given a striking balance.
When you were kind of brainstorming around what you're building, did you have to take into consideration Sri Lanka's own, national digital transformation goal? We are talking about a digital identity to be introduced here.
Yeah. So from a digital identity, digital ID is a good long-awaited implementation. I think we've been waiting for this for years. And if this actually happens, it's going to boost the financial ecosystem where eKYC becomes much easier.
KYC meaning know your customer, right?
Know your customer.
And eKYC is the ability to do it online.
That's right. And then we have these video KYCs, which is like the middle ground, right? Because you don't have the full ecosystem now. If let's say in Singapore, you search for an individual, you will get all his companies registered under him. In company search, you will get the full history, any litigations available, all that in one central repository. You extract it, it goes into pages. That is your KYC. Now we have a crib system, but we don't have a comprehensive KYC mechanism centralized. So with this vision of the government, once they do that, it becomes easier for the banks to start onboarding customers even in the rural. Now let's say someone in the rural sector. Now I visited a place in Hatton area which didn't have a bank there, which didn't have an ATM or a CRM where they can do their daily transactions. And as a result, they mainly depend on cash. They get paid in cash also. About 20,000 households live in that place.
Right.
And how, if eKYC is adopted, we can reach out to them digitally. Now, these guys are on Facebook.
Sure. Everybody has a smartphone despite all this. Yeah.
So we can reach them digitally and get them onboarded digitally. You don't need a video KYC. Within few seconds, you should be able to onboard a client. And then we should be able to, within half an hour, disperse a loan. Now, all these will be capable once this is like an infrastructure. It's like getting internet to Sri Lanka for people to access a website in any part of the world.
Got it. Okay. Omar, as we come to the end, what would you like to share with DFCC's customers now about this likely transformation in their digital experience?
Yeah. So we started the year also with going above and beyond to our customers. And I think literally the entire bank is aligning into that. And our goal is to be the most customer-centric, the most easiest bank to bank with. And revolving around that is very easy for us to even focus on our strategy moving forward, because we have simplified our vision. And this is the message I want to tell to all our customers. And revolving around that is what we are doing now. DFCC One is also one step getting closer to become the most customer-centric and the easiest bank to work with. That is where we are going towards.
All right. Any final thoughts?
Yep. So I would like a lot of people to use DFCC and experience the change, because the change is coming, and we are going to make the benchmark for digital banking in Sri Lanka.
Omar Sahib.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.